Welcome to the Littledata learning series. In this video, you will learn how to calculate customer lifetime value or LTV with the custom dimensions automatically set by Littledata in your Google Analytics property. You will also learn how to visualize that data in Data Studio. After installing, Littledata sets a couple of custom dimensions automatically. These are lifetime revenue, which is the total sum of customers spend with your online store, including both one-off purchases and subscriptions, Shopify customer ID, which is the Shopify customer ID, last transaction date, payment gateway, and purchase count. In order to create this report, we are going to use Google Sheets with the Google Analytics add-on to export our data. If you'd like to learn more about how to export your data from Google Analytics, see the links in the description below. For our first exercise, we're going to use only the Shopify customer ID and lifetime revenue custom dimensions and the transaction count data points. After you export your data, it's going to look something like this. With this data, we can calculate average or median LTV for your customers using the built-in functions in Google Sheets. Sometimes you will want to see which marketing channels are bringing you the best customers, those who spend the most over time. To do this, we can look at your LTV by source and medium. For this analysis, we will use the following data points: Shopify customer ID, source medium, transaction ID, and transaction revenue. This technique requires the widest date range possible in order to capture more transactional data, preferably since starting using Littledata. After you export your data, your result will look something like this: a list of transactions with source medium and revenue data. Our next step is to select all the data and add a pivot table. In this step, we will aggregate by source medium per customer so that we get the total amount of revenue per customer per source. With the completion of this step, we are ready to visualize our data in Data Studio. In order to import our dataset, we select Google Sheets as a source, select your file, then the pivot table that you created, and click Add. We will modify the data source by making a small modification to the revenue metric. We are going to set the aggregation to median so that we will get the median lifetime revenue per traffic source. From there, we can save and continue to building our report. Building the report is pretty straightforward. First, we add the dimension, which is the source medium, and then the revenue and customer ID as a metric. We are going to modify the aggregation from sum to count distinct so that we will get the total unique customer IDs, and we will use this in our sorting. After that, we will add the transaction revenue metric. As you can see, the aggregation is set to median thanks to our earlier step. In the sorting section, we are going to sort by customer ID so that we get the source medium that has the most customers. As a result, you will have a report that shows you the median lifetime revenue per traffic source, sorted by the total customers per source. For more reporting and data analysis ideas, check out our blog and Help Center.